Hey, hello! How are you doing today? And how are your robots doing today? This is RPA Fridays, session number 19, with me, with Roman, from Robot ICT. So this is another UiPath or RPA showcase, so Robotic Process Automation showcase, and that's what we also use to automate in Robot ICT every process possible. We are based in Czech Republic, and we also use our own workflow automation software, which is more specialized on networks, data centers, and large IT environments. And we do other things around. If you would like to know more about us, you can check links in the video description. And if you will enjoy this webinar, please, we appreciate if you would hit that like button and eventually subscribe to our channel. So, thank you for coming, and let's see what we have there. Oh, we have still the interesting contest to get this funny t-shirt you can see now. So, I probably told you in last sessions that we do have an automation community forum for automation or RPA enthusiasts. So now we do have a contest. It will end by end of this month. So if you can go there, sign up and solve one of the RPA challenges that are ongoing. There's every week a new one. Not only you will learn something new, but we will send you this t-shirt. Like, really. So go, link is in the video description. And also this topic is connected because our today's topic, advanced auto reply robot, was one of the challenges actually. So I will demonstrate how to solve that challenge that's already gone, so you cannot use it for your advantage. But anyways, so what we will do today will be a RPA showcase, a demonstration how things work, and it will be a small useful robot that will reply automatically to your emails, to emails that will be in your inbox or in my inbox for the sake of demonstration. So this will be done using UiPath, and I will show you how to do it. I will guide you step by step in, let's say, maybe faster pace, but you can go later, pause it, and recreate this robot. And also you can download source code from the first link in the video description. So we will check some Outlook mail activities in UiPath, and also I will perform some string manipulation and magic, and maybe just some thinking about it. Once you will have any question in your head, type it in chat and I will answer them at the end. So let's think about it. Probably when you work, or maybe you don't work, but you're getting many emails. I'm luckily not getting many of them, but some people do have full inbox of emails, random people asking them for something. So most of the time, let's say, these are not that important questions. So maybe you want to just have a robot that is answering, yeah, okay, confirm, okay, got it, yes, indeed, or no, or something. So today's demonstration will be exactly such a robot, but it will give a random answer and a random answer on questions about time. So that's what we will do. So let's take a look at our example email. This will be email that I will send to myself later on, and that's email from Trevor, and it's like an example email where somebody is asking me if I'm coming to tomorrow's party. Well, I don't care actually, but they just want an answer and some information, and if my wife is coming with me, and when would I head to town, because this person would love to offer me to drop me with his car. So a couple of questions, couple of sentences, and what I will do will be a robot that will answer these questions. Well, this is a demonstration, right? Well, you can do this robot, but I'm definitely not responsible for anything that will cause to your work if you get fired because you're answering things. But you will definitely be laughed for how fast you answer if this robot will be running all the day. So let me just send it to myself and show you how to build such robot in UiPath. So I have, yeah, okay, it just arrived. I have the UiPath Studio open, and so I will open the main workflow, and let's start to build it. So first of all, I want to create an array with answers, possible answers. So I'll put an assign activity here, and I will create a new variable that will be called simply answers, and it will be, it will be array of strings, array of string. Good. Okay, so far so good. And let's assign answers. I'm renaming it as a good practice as usual. Answers, and on the right side we will initiate new array. We cannot just put it like right straight from nowhere because arrays need some kind of declaration, let's say. So what I will do is I will type new string, then the basic brackets, and then the curly ones. And in the curly ones, you can leave it like that if you want to actually declare just an empty array, or you can already put some content. So that's what I will do. So I will put a couple of options here that the robot will choose randomly from. So let's say, for example, yes, or absolutely, or for sure, or indeed. Let's add a couple of options, so it has like the really sense of randomness, like I agree with you, okay, or like more or less negative answers, I'm not sure, maybe, 3 dots, I need to think about that, probably no, and no, nope, no way. Okay, let's keep it like this. No way, maybe I like exclamation mark. So it's like really no way. So these will be all the possible answers on questions that are not asking about some time. Okay. So now when I have this, I need to get my Outlook messages. So let's use get Outlook mail messages, this activity. Of course, you can do it with Gmail and or other email provider. There are activities for that, and it will look in similar. It will work in a similar way. So here there are a few things I have to set up. First of all, the mail folder. In my case, it's not called inbox since my Outlook is unfortunately in my mother tongue. That's Czech, and it's called doručená pošta. And then I need to set up a few things. For example, I want to mark it as a read, or maybe not, but whatever. 30 top messages, it's fine. As for now, I believe there is only one new message, unless somebody will mail me, and let's see what will happen. And then the output variable, so let's just call it inbox mails, for example. So there will be new variable now, as you will see in variables, that has a data type collection generic list. So it's a list of system.net.mail.mail message. That's the data type of an email. So maybe you are not familiar with data type so much. Maybe you've seen string, you've seen integers, you've seen booleans, but this is data type where you can store in each one email, and we have a list of it. So now what I would do, if there are more emails, I will definitely need an for each activity. So that's the next step. And let's set up the type argument correctly. So I need to use the one, it will probably maybe want you to, or you will feel like, okay, that's the one, system.net.mail.mail message, but actually we need just the data type, the part that's on the right side, just a single one, because this is a list of items, so we just need to specify here one item. So I'll go and browse for types and go like system.net.mail message, that's the one, okay, mail message, and choose this one. And now I can finally rename my for each, so for each mail, and let's call this one message, for example. And on the right side we will have inbox mails. That's the variable that I just created. So now I will work with message. So first I want to get from the message, we can get from the message different things like body, who's the sender, who's the recipient, if there are any attachments, and so on and so on. But I want to just get the body. So I will create a new variable. It will be type of string, and it will be called email body. Okay, so assign get body. So the text of the message, that's called body. Body of the message, like my body, your body. And this will be just simple message, that's each message, dot, and here I will get all the options, or you can see all the options like attachments, alternate, blah, blah, blah. So I want to pick body. You can also use body as HTML in case you want it for some reason, but I just need it as a raw text. So I will use this one. So now in the email body, I have text of the message. You can think about it. It's really easy so far. And what I want to do is to actually work on that message and take this message and divide it by sentences. So sentences are usually divided by punctuation marks, so how you call it, like a dot or a comma or a question mark or exclamation mark. And let's stay with this. But if I will divide it by this by using string split, I will lose the question mark. So I cannot go back then to check whether the sentence was a question or not. So I cannot really know later, if I will get rid of these marks, if there is something I should answer lately on this sentence. I will show you one little trick that I will use, but maybe there is other way. Of course, there are many ways to solve one thing, and this will be a little dirty trick. So another assign, and on the left side, I will again put email body, and on the right side too, and I will perform some quick dirty magic here. So email body dot replace, and I want to replace the question mark with a question mark. Doesn't make sense. So I have to add something, some character that will probably not be in any message, something like usually you don't send to colleagues. So let's say like a hash. So this will just add hash tag, hash character to all the question marks. So later, when I will get rid of them, because I will use the string split function, it will stay there at the end of the sentence and I can check on it. So that's the first step. So let's just replace this with this, so we know. And it has to be in this order, dash and then a question mark, right? Yes, no, question mark and then dash. Let me think. What do you think? Should be question mark and then dash. Yes, and do we have it right there? No, we have. Yeah, question mark and then dash. Yeah, it depends, because if later I will use question mark as a divider and then I will use dash as an indicator of that it was a question, then it can work like this, or vice versa. I can then split it by dash and leave the question mark. So maybe we keep it like this. So dash and question mark. So that's how it was. Okay, good. So question mark, question mark. Then the next step, another assign. Of course, you can use multiple assign, but for the clarity, I want to use just assigns. Get sentences. On the left side, I want to create a new variable called sentences, like sentences. And this will be again array of strings. That's something that I already have there, so I can use it. I don't have to declare it because it will be self-declared by using it. I will fill it from a function. So sentences on the left side, and on the right side there will be email body dot split, and here it will take an array of characters. So in curly brackets dot, I will make it bigger, dot comma oh no, this one, no, that's not a new sentence. I need an exclamation mark and then the dash, a hash, sorry, that's it. It's not working. Why? I have an error there. Let me check it. No, that's bad. I have a little help here, so I'm sometimes looking out. But yeah, I know we have to add the little C's here, right? Yeah, good. So the little C after the quotation marks will convert it. It's a shortcut to character, to car. So that's how it works. So here I will just take the email and divide it by all these dot, exclamation mark, and dash. And what I will get are just sentences in array, like items. And if there was a question, then the question mark will actually stay in the end. So then I want to go through them and for each all the sentences. So thinking if I will still do it. Yeah, I will do it here in the for each email, because I want to perform this for each email. So I will add another for each here. So for each inside the for each. But this time the type argument will be string, just a string. So let's say for each sentence in sentences, and let's use a different thing than item. Let's say send, like a sentence, shorter. Okay, let's do a little shortcut. And let's delete the body, because I will use if clause here. I want to check if the sentence was a question. In case it's a question, there will be one logic. And if there is no question, if it's not a question, we don't have to do anything about it. We will just not answer to it. And yeah, it's just saying, right? So if it is a question, so we will check it by using send.trim, in case there are any spaces after or before, just in case, ends with, and the question mark. So in case there is the question mark in the end, there will be something happening, and in case not, there will be something else. Well, there will be nothing else, so I don't have to use else. But then I want to check if it begins by anything that will indicate that's the question regarding time. So another if one over there, if it is about time. So this will be a little bit more complicated, but it will begin in the same way, send.trim. Okay, I will make it bigger so you can see it better. Dot starts with, and now I will define hard-coded all the words that usually questions start with, questions about time. So when, or the same thing. What time, or at what time. Of course, if someone will not use exactly these words, it will not indicate it's a question about time. But this is a demonstration, so keep that in your mind. So this is if there is something about time or something not. And we are almost in the end. So I forgot one thing, and that's that I forgot to start building the full answer. So there, before the for each sentences, I want to add one more assign, start to build full answer, and create one more variable, full answer. And on the right side, we'll start with some greeting. So let's say hi, then the new line, that's a new line. And let's say, thank you for your email to your questions. And then I will actually quote them and answer them. And one more new line thing. Okay, so that was easy. And here will be another ones like this one. So here on the left side, this will be time answer. And on the left side, this will be full answer on the left side. And on the right side, we will add to that full answer something new. So full answer plus now the sentence plus a new line, and now will be the answer, right? So imagine you like quote somebody's questions and you answer to it, so it's understandable on what question you're answering. That's pretty clever, isn't it? Like it has some structure and logic, and it's pretty neat. So now we can put some random time, so it's fun. So let's write at, like at, I don't know, 5 o'clock and so on, and put a random number, which I will do like this: new random brackets dot next brackets 0.23. So 2 o'clock, 15 o'clock, I don't know. We use 24 hours system here. I'm not sure how it works. This is a demonstration, so just it will work like this. And we make a string from it, because this will generate integer. Plus o'clock, plus, just in case there are not enough new lines, new line. Okay, looks like this. I'll make it bigger. So a full answer plus the sentence, so the question that was asked, including the question marks because we did not really delete it, then a new line, and then an answer at some kind of number from 0 to 23 o'clock, and a new line. So this will be answer for any questions that will have when, what time, or at what time in the beginning. Pretty easy. Then let's reuse this on the right side and create like a basic, or let's say generic answer. Here we will use the array of answers that we created in the first step. So let's keep this like the full answer, the text that we are gathering, then the question, and then a new line, and then I will add something new. So I will take the array of answers, and here I need to pick from a random, when I want to pick a random answer from the array, I will go ahead and normally you put index here from 0 to whatever, index of the item, and I want a random one. So I will again use this random function, new random.next, and here I can specify the range or like the maximum. So it's actually telling me max value as integer. So you can put min and maximum. If you just keep one value, it will take it as a maximum. So the maximum is the number of the answers. So I will take answers.count, okay, like this, and that's it. Plus some new line as usual. So this will take a random index. This will generate a random index from all the answers and pick one. And to help the engine of the random function to settle down a new number, because when you do it too fast, there is something that I don't want to explain you right now, but there is something funny about random numbers, because to get a random number, you usually supply a seed to that function, which helps it to create a random number. Because it's quite hard to generate a random number. Usually, computers use some kind of interference, for example, I don't know, some kind of antennas and stuff, or machines. Anyways, to have it working, we need to give it some time to actually be able to generate new number. If we'll go too fast, it will don't have the time to generate new seed. So I will put a little delay here, and this delay will be 5 milliseconds, which is, in this case, way how to write it. And this activity is 00, like this, and then 005 after the comma. And nope. Yeah, okay, sorry. Decimal point. So delay, let's rename it 5 milliseconds. Good. And you're probably wondering how it will work, and we are getting close to it. So now when the full answer is generated, I will, as a last thing here, for each message, I want to generate an answer. So here, not there, because that doesn't make a sense. So for each message, I want an answer. So I can use a write line activity to maybe just, for my peace in mind, know what's the full answer. Just write it in the output for me. And then let me send myself a message. Send Outlook message. That's the activity you need. Send Outlook mail message. Okay, send to, this will be my mailbox. Okay, that's a little bit tricky. Subject will be like a reply plus, and now I can use with the original message and use the subject from it. Or of course, if you really want to use it, you don't use my email address, of course. But I don't want that. But I send it from myself, so it should work. But just in case I will receive any email during that, I maybe don't want the robot to reply it. So I hard-coded this. But if you would like to really put the person who sent it, then you put message.sender. Okay, like this. Okay, I will keep it like this, hard-coded, just in case, I don't know, I'll have an important email. I'm doing it from a company email, so let's not break anything. And the body, it will be the answer, full answer. You can add anything, attach files, whatever you want. It's pretty nice and neat. And it works only when you have Outlook installed and connected to your mailbox, right? So if you want to use Gmail or other suppliers of email, then you need to set it up in a different way. There is nothing. There are other things you can set up in the properties for this particular activity, but this should be fine. So I hope I didn't do any mistake. It's not always easy to do some live coding, even though I do have helping papers around, but let's run it. So I will run it and let's see what will happen. Okay. And in a matter of seconds, I should get a reply to myself. Hopefully. Yeah. Good. So let's check it out. Okay, it didn't really work. So let's repair it. And also here, I didn't get all what I wanted. So the question is, where is the error? Okay, that can happen. So let's elaborate with it. Sentences. But I have to mark this email again as unread. Mark as unread. Okay, good. So because this will only take only unread messages. So what could go wrong? Let's put a right line here, so I know that it actually goes through all the sentences, and run it once again. That can happen. So I will show you how to debug when you have trouble and something's not working. Okay, it's not even taking the sentences, so something's wrong with the sentences. So either this thing is not working, or I'm not able to read the body. That would be poor. Oh no, sorry, I actually marked as unread a different email. One more try. That's a spirit of life showcase. So let me try it once again. Okay, this works. So there are the sentences, one, another one. Okay, and I see that the question marks are doing something strange there. So probably I put it in a different order. But anyways, this should be anyways working somehow. So so there is nothing that will end with question. That's the first problem. So there I probably did something wrong, and I split it by hash, but I need to put it vice versa. Oh yes, like this. I believe that's the point. That's what I tried to tell you in the beginning, and now I'm getting back to it as a mistake. So let's try it once again. I mark this on my second monitor as unread, so it will take the message once again. Okay, that looks much better. I see that there is already there are already a couple of answers, and once the email will arrive, just now, let's check the result. Okay, so sorry for this. Hi, thank you for your email. Like that's the answer you will send to your questions. Are you coming to tomorrow's party? I'm not sure. Is your wife also coming with you? I agree with you. Okay, that's not for a question, yes or no. That's not really nice, but whatever. So when would you like to head to town? At 8 o'clock. See, lovely, 8 o'clock. Really early for a party, but what do you think about it? I agree with you. So this is a way how I did it. Or of course, you can take it as a, let's say, base for your projects and take the source code from the first link in the video description. It will lead you to our community. Now to your questions. Oh, there are some questions. Okay. Philip Oliver is asking if I get stuck if I ask my dog for advice. And the answer is yes, indeed. Because once you know how to do duck debugging, you can also use your dog for dog debugging. So yes, I do ask my dog for advice. Usually that's pretty helpful. So thank you, Johannes, for constructive comments. So yes, we can definitely combine it with few other systems or online forms. Or you can check the information, yes, from the email. And it's pretty convenient. Imagine you will just have a robot that replies to email. And this is convenient because for people, it's easier to send to some email, let's say a file, and then get a reply from a robot. It's like they would communicate with another colleague of them. So definitely, email is a great, let's say, tool to transfer information. So yes, good. So Johannes has a really good ideas about it. I like it, but I feel like I answered all the questions now, and you saw this amazing trailer. And so I want to just ask, thank you for watching. Think about the contest, about the t-shirts, and think about, if you like it, maybe hitting the like button and consider subscribing from our channel to get more interesting support content. Sorry. So thank you for watching, and I wish you happy automation, and I wish your robots are working flawlessly and you're having